Hello and welcome to Blue Falcon Games. I am your host and GM tonight, Ray, and our usual game that we play in has been postponed due to a work conflict. So I decided to run a one-shot I came across a few months ago called One Shot. And One Shot First. And this particular episode game is called Across the River. It was written by, I believe the name is Peter Thompson. There's a link down below. You can follow it to his site and find the PDF that he made. And then we'll go through the typical routine. These guys will introduce themselves and their channels and then their characters, and then we'll start the game. We'll go with my left to right, Brian, Chris, and Nelson.
Hello, I'm Brian Catalano. I am playing Dr. Isaac Gampu. He's an elderly physician. And, I have no channel. But I'm on the Tide Change role-playing game site. That's it. Next.
Hello everyone, I'm Chris from Slacker Z. Tonight I'm playing a human marshal, goes by the name of Kyril Innes. He's a marshal who got run out of town for some bad habits and disobedience, and now he's exploring the galaxy trying to find a new home.
Yes, hello, I am Nelson, also known as the Totally Immersed Power Gamer. I am the owner and operator of several places, all under the name of Infinite Roleplay, and I do stuff. Lots of stuff. So go look at it. Today, I'll be playing the droid formerly known as S1-1K, but as many good things, a few missed memory wipes, and a handful of joyrides later, is now known as Slick.
All right. These three will make up the crew of the Iron Maiden. They've recently assembled, ran a few jobs together, and they've just completed picking up some illicit goods on Ryloth. They've got a cargo hold slightly filled with some spice that they're getting ready to transport when they receive a transmission. But we will get to that soon. As in any Star Wars movie, show, and a lot of the games you'll find on here, we'll start with the opening crawl. So go ahead and cue that music up in your head. And welcome to Star Wars, One Shot First. The galaxy is at war. Planets and systems rush to take sides, and few places remain open to truly independent spacers. The Severine Sector, an area on the edge of the Outer Rim, is one of those few. Still a wilderness in a developed galaxy, the sector is home to countless unaffiliated fringers. In a galaxy of flame, the Severine Sector remains one last point of hope for those who seek treasure, discovery, and adventure unhindered by conflict. This episode Across the River. The swamps and jungles of Rhodia are no place for the timid. While the great cities of Rhodia belong to the Rhodians, the vast tropics of the planet remain wild and untamed. When an anthropologist and her team, trekking into the very heart of the swamplands, fail to check in for 3 days, her colleagues can only suspect the worst. Her employer knows that chances for the team grow slimmer with each passing day, and so he turns to off-worlders, mercenaries, wanderers, and soldiers of fortune. Venture out and see what they find across the river. This is when our crew receives a message right before they get ready to hit hyperspace from Ryloth. The holo comes up, and it is their employer, the gentleman known as Ranum the Glove Teeve. He owns and operates Tyrius Sysworks Syndicate. They're currently running smuggling spice farm from Ryloth into the Inner Rim. Comes up and the lights flickering. Are you guys going to answer?
Yes, I go to the communicator.
Dr.
What do we
Gampu.
call? Oh, good. I'm glad you said it. I was trying to answer the name of the ship and I couldn't remember. Yes, what can we do for you?
Have you made your jump yet?
Have we made our jump yet?
Negative, you
Are you
old
still-
codger.
Oh. No, we haven't made our jump yet.
So you're still out in the Outer Rim. That is good. I need your help. Some employees of mine have gone missing. I would write. You can make your delivery in a few days. I need you to redirect course towards Rhodia.
Rhodia? Oh, all right. Of course. What are we to do?
My protocol droid will meet you at the spaceport.
Hmm.
He's a red TC model. He'll have further information.
Good. You know we do have a droid here too.
Yeah, who is silent but making mocking motions. Yes, protocol droid.
Quiet you.
Yes, I'm aware you have a droid, but that droid is not my assistant. He does not know the job at hand.
I see. And we will be taking him along?
No, he'll just pass on the information.
Okay.
This is a time-sensitive endeavor, so please, if you wish to be paid properly,
Yes.
make your way there soon. And then
We're
the
on our way.
transmission cuts out.
Yeah, Slick is putting in like the new coordinates to Rhodia and whatnot. Turns around. You know what time sensitive means. You know what time sensitive means.
Yes, it
We get to
means
go
we
fast.
have to go now. Yes, you can go as fast as you want. Don't blow up the ship.
I make no promises.
I go and buckle myself in for the beginning of the jump.
So, Slick, are you going to fly the ship this time, or is it my turn?
Slick sort of looks at you up and down as if you were short.
Oh, I'm short.
And heads to the seat.
I guess that answers that question.
With a stride.
And Cairo will just sit in the co-pilot seat.
So you
So
guys
we prepare.
punch in the coordinates, and Rhodia is only a short jump away from Ryloth. It doesn't take you much time to get there at all. Scene opens. We see the brilliant green forested swamp planet of Rhodia as you come into atmosphere. You're landing at the domed city of Karstiku,
No.
where Ranum's droid TC-22 will be awaiting you at the spaceport. So we zoom in on the city. You see the big bubble dome kind of covering it, and the R9 rigger, the Iron Maiden, comes in, and the ventral fin folds up as you make your landing onto the into the spaceport.
Well done, Slick. You landed us gently this time.
What do you mean this time? I always land smooth.
Of course. Let's go find this other droid, and don't be mean to it.
Don't be mean to, and he's mocking him with his hands
Yes.
as if talking like a puppet.
So we go to find the droid.
So it doesn't take you long. You guys disembark the Iron Maiden,
Right.
and you see it's not hard to spot. It's a red droid.
Ah, you, sir. You believe you're looking for us?
Oh, yes, Master Renum sent me. I have this information for you. It's very, very urgent. I am TC-22, Human Cyborg Relations.
Ah,
And he hands you this data pad with kind of some information on it. It's midday on Rhodia, and he kind of in the oh, he just responded. Oh,
well.
the so anyway, sorry, back to the game. One of our players was late. So the TC-22 hands you a data pad, and on it there's two pictures of a human doctor anthropologist named Dr. Gina Tan and her assistant, a pale purple Rhodian named Toranin. These would be the two you were looking for, along with their team. It's been 3 days since we last heard from them.
Oh,
They
I was
are-
wondering where she is and her friend.
They were last known to be west of the city. There's a large area she's been working in, and they have a small camp that they tend to move around in. There would
What
be
are they
payment
doing
if you
there?
can. They were looking for a rumored space ship testing facility in order to gather some data for Master Ranum.
And these are anthropologists.
Yes, she was studying some of the locals in the area, and then there was an archaeologist with her team who's also looking for this site to collect some data for Master Ranum.
The entire time, Slick is standing there tapping his little metal foot on the ground with his arms sort of like folded in his chest, just staring at the droid.
So, will the information about the ship be on this pad?
We've attempted some. We've sent out some scout ships, but due to their needs to minimize the impact they have on the local flora and fauna, it's been hard to find their camp. They're using more minimal type gear. Like I said, it is midday, and if you would have any luck, you would want to get going before nightfall. They've been out there for 3 days, and they've missed a supply drop. So if there's any chance of finding them alive and receiving proper payment for a successful recovery, you may want to get started.
Yes, I believe we should. Ah, I see Doug has woken up. He's joined us. So then he's going to, Dr. Gampu's going to just, he'll thank the droid. Thank you kindly. And we'll walk back up the ramp. So if anyone else has anything to say to the droid.
I'm just, before we start making our way out, Slick, again in the same fashion he usually does, he's looking up the droid up and down as if he were much shorter than Slick before spinning on his heels and walking away.
All right, what would you guys like to do?
Well, are we going to take the ship to the locale, or are we going to go there? I think probably trying to, if we can actually take the ship there, will probably be the best and quickest.
Of course we're going to take the ship. We need to
I
get
don't know,
there fast.
Well,
All right.
what?
I was just gonna say, you guys are the brains of the operation. I'm just here to make sure you all don't get into too much trouble.
Yeah, well,
Look, it don't matter what we take. We take the ship, we take a speeder,
Let's-
whatever it is. I get us there.
let's take the ship. It will be quicker.
And as he says that, he'll sort of like bend halfway down to Cyril and says, "Racia," and start running towards the ship.
It's Cyril.
Kyril,
Oh, Cairo. Okay.
sorry.
And Cairo will try to run as fast as he can, keep up with him. No, he ain't gonna keep up with this droid, but
How
he'll try anyway.
how tall is he?
He's only 5'6".
No, I mean Slick.
Slick is not that tall either.
Oh, okay. I thought he was like 8 feet tall or something.
No. He's just imagine he's a little bit taller because he has an elongated head, but he's pretty much a modified protocol droid.
All right, got it. Cool. All right. So back into the ship, then. I will go over to
So
the.
where are you guys heading with your ship?
Looking for the last place that they were located, and start from there. Also have whatever scanners we have to scan anything out of the ordinary once we get in that direction.
Okay. You've got about 10 hours until it gets dark.
All
It'll
right.
take you an hour to do a pass and scan.
All right. We
The
should probably
area.
fill Joshua in, so he knows what's going on.
So far, I've gathered rescue mission on a planet. People lost for a couple of days.
We're on Rhodia.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes, you've been sent to Rhodia by your employer
Dr. Gampu
to
thinks.
find some others that are under his employ that were out doing some research on Rhodia and looking for a spaceship test facility to gather some data. And then there'll be a reward for rescuing the doctor in charge of the team, her assistant, any other members that have survived, and then, of course, the ever-valuable data that everybody wants.
For simplicity's sake, Trogix was fighting with some component in the engineering bay while y'all were getting the briefing, covered in grease, and as you have your race back into the ship, you almost run him over, and he starts griping at you and Doug, which is normal.
Yes, we know.
Probably tripped over
You guys
him.
take off.
Yes.
You take off and head to the west,
Dr.
and you're kind of
Dr.
circling the
Gumper is
area.
looking at this. Dr. Gumper is looking at this. Why can't they ever be lost in Feed or in Cloud City or on some resort island?
Look, old man. At least we get to go fast. Now, come on, let's go.
All right. Yes, go.
Yeah, Slick's
So,
getting a little impatient there.
Like TC-22 had mentioned, their scout ships haven't had much luck, and neither do you, especially at Slick's high speed.
I think Slick would probably be flying dangerously low to the canopy.
No,
And-
no,
just like-
the tree! Look, the tree! Oh!
you know, swinging
What are
right, dodging trees as
doing?
he goes.
Insane!
The
Ugh.
occasional barrel roll.
Ah!
You're flying, and along with the scanning, as you've kind of narrowed it down a little bit, but the canopy is just too thick. The swamps are too murky. You haven't really been able to locate anything that looks like it would have been inhabited recently. But you have reduced the check a little bit to locate the area.
Well, we know where they were going to drop the supplies, so that's always it's assuming that they didn't where they were going to drop them was not too far from their camp. So,
or at least
what the old man's trying to say is that there's a drop zone for the supplies, and we need a radius around this drop zone to search. The old man takes too long to do everything, like even saying stuff. He don't save stuff that fast. We gotta go fast. We gotta go fast. Didn't the guy say the time was money time?
Fly, you.
Want your money?
Keep flying.
You gotta fly longer.
Let's land somewhere
Take
near
another hour.
Slick is still flying. If the search pattern has been reduced, I think Slick will fly a little slower, but he'll also fly a little lower.
All right.
Oh dear.
How long you want to do that for?
Until we can hone in on the smallest pattern possible.
So let's say you did it for 3 hours now. You're getting lower and slower. Got the scanners going. Someone get on the scanners and give me a hard survival check.
Survival?
You mean computers? Or scanners?
Survival.
I've got... Who wants to do that one?
Not it.
You got it or no? All right, I'll do it. Let's see. Nelson, you're silent again.
Can you hear me now?
Now I can.
Yeah. Slick is like, I come equipped with all that multi-threading, but how much do you want from a droid?
There you go.
You've reached difficulty 3 for
Oh.
Brian.
All right. Oh, goodness. Should I? What do you want? You want me to re-roll the whole thing, or just do the?
Just roll 3 purples. We'll just do it old school. 1, 2. So a success and an advantage. All right. So thanks to Slick's flying, you've been able to narrow down from the many possible locations that her team could have been set up at to a good area where you think you've spotted something. You know, there's a little bit of cover, there's a fresh water source, and they're far enough up away from the water that they don't have to worry about the many threats that like to claim Rhodia as home. So you manage to find an area to land the Iron Maiden.
My good man, land this vessel.
So yep, he finds himself a nice little spot, puts her down.
Carefully!
Boom, boom. See, smooth.
Oh, my back.
With like a hydro spanner, I'll hit the leg of the droid. I'm going to take you apart one of these days. Use you to fix the ship.
Wait, what was that? And then he looks down. Oh, you.
Hits it with the hydro spanner again.
All right. Let's go see if we can find these people so we can get paid and get back to civilization.
So you disembark the Iron Maiden, and in the clearing you kind of see the path leading towards where you think you had spotted the camp.
I'm
you make your way
taking.
through.
Oh, I'm going to take my medical kit with me.
Go ahead.
And of course, a weapon in case there are injured. So, there. Sorry, continue.
Yeah, the only thing that Slick grabs is his blaster pistol, fixes it to the side. Never know, never know.
Ooh.
So as you guys, like I said, as you make your way off the ship now with your gear, you kind of see a path, a rough path going through the thick forest, leading to where you believe you spotted the camp. After an exhausting search through the dense jungle, you come across an eerily quiet campsite in what is, in a jungle that is obviously teeming with life. You can hear, insects and animals everywhere. But this campsite's just, it's dead quiet. The tents, the makeshift shelters and tents that they have, they're overturned. You can see slashes and cuts torn in the sides of some of the Durafiber tents. There's a generator that's kind of shorted out. It's hissing. There's a broken wire kind of sparking off to the side. The lamps are knocked over. Some are busted. They're all out due to the severed wire from the generator. There's a hover truck that you kind of see sitting parked in the camp with what was the company's logo. I can't remember the company's name now. But you see their logo kind of sitting on the side of this hover truck. So this clearly must have been Dr. Tan's camp.
Yeah, Slick runs to the hover truck.
Does not appear to be good. Well,
What you reckon, Doc?
well, I'm going to look around and see what might be, if there's anything that a clue or something as to their whereabouts of what happened.
Trogix is going to go.
Over by the hover truck.
No,
Go ahead.
sorry. I was going to say Trogix is going to go check the generator. One, to power, get the power consumption under control, but also to see if the damage to it looks like it was sabotaged or like a creature ran into it type thing.
Okay. Give me an average mechanics check.
Average, you say?
Yes.
Ooh!
I didn't need to have the force
Look at
die.
that.
All right. Yeah. You looking at the wire where it was severed, and it looks like it was cut.
Okay.
There, you managed to splice it back together and get power to restore to the camp. The lights that aren't broken come on, and you can see they're illuminating a path. I mean, if the path that you found, if you thought you can kind of see where it looks like something has gone through the jungle. It's not really a path per se, but you can tell due to where the light's illuminating that the leaves and vines have kind of been brushed aside, and somebody's traveled north through the jungle.
How big of something are we talking about?
It looks man size.
Okay. We're not talking like a T-Rex just went through. All right.
No.
Rancor.
Yeah. I mean, that would generate a very different response from the Doug. Once power's up, well, that's probably going to take me a couple minutes, so I'll see what what everyone else did or found.
What does that hover truck look like?
It's in disrepair, but around the hover truck you can see some boxes with electronics and things in it that have been knocked over onto the jungle floor.
Does it look like akin to a pickup truck, an excavator, a dump
It's
truck?
kind of like it's basically like like those speeder skiffs for transporting their supplies and stuff.
Cool.
Like a smaller one.
Slick is gonna try to power it on. See if it works.
It does not work. It is not in any repair.
I'm going to look around for any clues out of the ordinary of anything on the ground. Maybe something left behind, something that shouldn't be here. That might really
Yeah, go ahead and make a average perception check.
Lie down. Lie down.
And Cairo, this whole time while these guys are looking at everything, just kind of keeping an eye on everything, the surroundings around the camp area.
Is that 2 purple or 1?
2 purple. And then if while you're wandering around the
I
camp,
guess that's nil.
that is nil.
Okay. I see
you
nothing.
So you're looking around, and you're like, "Yep, those are definitely cuts in the tent.
Oh, look, dirt.
Something cut that."
Ah, a weed.
And then Chris, give me an average survival check as you're walking around the perimeter of the camp.
Okay.
For the threat, take a strain.
Okay.
Because it sounds like your guy's not very smart from what I've seen so far. So as you're kind of patrolling, walking around the perimeter, and you kind of come across towards the northern side of the camp where the lights are. And you think you see something on the ground, you're not sure. You kind of get a little closer, and you're really trying to figure it out. That's where the strain comes from. But it looks like some humanoid footprints running towards the break in the jungle that has been illuminated.
Hey y'all, I found something. We got some footprints going down that way, and he'll point down the trail.
Ah.
Also, Brian, go ahead and give me a knowledge check instead of perception. I'm sorry. That might be a little better for you. Just a regular knowledge education.
Okay.
Stop making noise. People sleeping downstairs and next to the room.
Where's is it that you mean just the intellect or where's the knowledge level?
Yep, your intellect knowledge. You should have. Well, no, if you did consul, you didn't go doctor. But knowledge education. Or
education. Oh, all right. I'll do education.
Okay.
That child is amped at the moment, it sounds like.
Yep, you still don't see anything.
Ugh.
Alright, but you guys know, you have a general idea. They went to the north. You have the break in the jungle and some footprints. You know it's humans, and they went to the north.
This is the way.
Slick is sort of like
Another
hitting
hour
liars.
has passed.
Can we take the hover vehicle?
It is
Can you guys hear
wrecked into a tree.
What?
It was wrecked into a tree, and then the crates that were on it have spilt over.
So it can't be moved.
And there's some like electronics and stuff. It cannot be moved. No, it would take too long to repair it
Okay.
in order to utilize it.
All right. Well, gentlemen, I believe we take this on foot. Oh, my God.
Yeah, trying to fiddle with it, and then hearing in the background Isaac saying, "Take this on foot," Slick sort of shows that he's upset, pulls his pistol, and just shoots the skiff. Sheaths the pistol back up. I'm fine.
No.
All right, hold
I
on
whispered
one
to Slick,
second. Let's see.
who would prefer the vehicle?
Perception is cunning. What'd you hit on the skiff when you shot it?
Okay, hold on.
Like, did you just shoot the main body of it, or?
He just didn't even look. He just pulled, shot. So probably center mass.
All right. We'll do that. So something. Let's leave it at that. Okay. Go ahead and continue, guys. What are you gonna do?
So about what time of day is it right now?
It is about mid-afternoon.
Okay.
Roughly 4 hours has passed so far. We've got about 6 hours till nightfall.
So which way are you going? Are we going this way? Because this is the way they went. Did they go this way? I think they go this way. You saw some stuff. I saw you looking this way. We're going this way, right? Come on. We don't have much time to be waiting. We're going this way?
Yes, like we should go that way. That's where the footprints went.
Well, then we should go this way. So why aren't we going this way? I'm going this way, and he starts walking down that direction.
Now that the droid's in front, Troggs will go that way as well.
Yes, well, shall we follow? Oh, we go on.
Kyra will start walking as everybody else is heading down. He'll be bringing up the rear, making sure that keep an eye on everything.
So you're walking through the dense jungle of Rhodia, and it kind of opens up a little bit. There are some swamps. Then it's jungle and more swamps. And as you're
like as the montage is going, every like little snippet you hear like the Doug giving some new expletive or complaint about this mission as we're traveling.
And then as you happen to come upon the next set of swamps, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Who?
Against. Everyone can.
Okay.
So. Agility. Against a purple and a red.
I didn't see nothing.
Oh.
Oh man, I failed
man.
and got a despair.
Hold on.
So I just stepped on the Rancor's toe or something.
So no, this is great. So yeah, you're walking by the swamp, and you thought you heard something. Everybody's kind of looking around, but you can't see anything. And then all of a sudden, the Doug goes missing, and you kind of hear like the splash, and then nothing.
What was that? Where did he go? What?
I'm seeing him anywhere.
You find him. And I said this slave.
What was what? Who? What? Where are we going this way? Aren't we supposed to go this way?
No,
What's
not
happening?
now. The duck is missing. Look, he's gone. Didn't you hear that? And there was a splash. The dog.
What are you talking about? Only 3? Oh wait, no. Oh.
What's his name? Is Trogix? Is that how you say his name?
Yeah, Trogix.
Okay, Trogix. Trogix is missing. You, go find him. Go into the water. He's gone in there. Something has taken him.
I sort of lean over to Kirill. I was like, we're being paid to find the other people, not him, right?
Except for Trogix is like part owner of the ship.
Leader of our crew. He owns the ship.
Well, Slick, he is the only one that really knows how to fix his ship, so we kind of need him too. And Cairo will be looking around trying to figure out where he went down at.
We heard a splash. He's gone into the. Something has taken him into the water. Something horrible and gnawed. Some creature.
Josh, give me either athletics or coordination, whichever one's better for you, against 3 green, or I'm sorry, 3 purples and a red.
You,
3 purples and a red?
Yes.
mechanical man. You would not be a snack to a creature in that bog. The rest of us would be.
Well, I'm going to go with coordination because I have 1 higher agility, and because my race gives me a boost die with coordination checks. 3 successes and a despair. I'm off to a flying start session.
Man, these dice. All right, so you managed to get away from whatever it was.
Okay.
That tried to grab and pull you under. Let's see. For the despair, we'll give. You will lose your maneuver.
Okay.
On the once we start the combat round. So go ahead and everybody give me a was it a cool check?
So something pulled me into the swamp. So basically I break free and I come up and start coughing and spluttering.
There! You, mechanical man, get him!
What are you talking about? He went for a swim. I don't know why he's
No,
to
he
go
did
for a
not
swim.
go for a swim. No one's going for a swim in that.
Will. All right. So. Crazy. PC. PC. PC.
What are we rolling? Cool or vigilance?
Cool.
Cool.
Not cool.
Since you were not expecting it. There we go. So we'll have 2 PCs, an NPC, and 2 PCs. So as of right now, you can't tell what it is, but you may make another perception check against a red and a purple to find it.
All of us?
Well, I'm saying first, since it isn't acting yet, you may want to. You can do that for on your turn, or kind of get in a position, get defensive, whatever you guys want to do. But like I said, 2 of you get to act first before it gets to go, and we don't know where it is or what it is. So.
Dr. Gompu wants to make sure that Trogix is safe and out of the bog.
Yeah, I wouldn't go after Trogix. I sort of like put my hand up to a vestigial mouth, as if to amplify my voice somehow, and just yell out, "You see, this is why you don't threaten the droid," and just crosses his arms and waits for him
Ugh.
to climb out himself.
You. Oh. You. Quick. Come, motioning to Trogix. Swim as fast as you can.
Well, Trogix is going to draw his weapons. Since I don't get a maneuver this time, I'm going to use my action to draw his blaster pistols and start looking around to shoot something.
Is he still in the water?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
So Trogix drew his weapon, and then did someone else do something this round? We have 2 PCs, NPC, then 2 PCs.
Cairo will be trying to figure out what the hell it is in the water. And that would be my perception roll.
You can
right
make
there
a knowledge outer rim check. Oh, you did perception? Okay.
Yeah, that was that one. That's
Yeah, so
right there.
Ooh.
all right. So you kind of spot some movement in the water, and you can see. You can't make out what it is, but you've found where it's kind of hiding at. And then
I see
go ahead and
something.
take a strain.
The great undersea creature is going to get us.
So as you pointed it out,
Okay.
it lunges out of the water, trying to attack Trogix again, since he's the one closest, I'm assuming.
Probably. I have 1 melee defense.
Okay. Feral claws. 4, 3. Oops. One step back. All right. 8. So yeah, this creature lunges out of the water. It is roughly 6 meters from what you can tell. I mean, there's a large portion of it still under the swamp. You're not sure how deep the water is exactly. But from what you can guess, it's about 6 meters tall. It has claws and large teeth. And you would recognize it as probably one of the most feared creatures on Rhodia.
Which is?
A guest.
Should I roll a guess? I was going to say, should I roll a knowledge check or something?
Nope, I was going to have you do that if he didn't spot it with the perception to figure out what may have been trying to attack you from the water. But yeah, it is a giant reptilian creature known to locals as a swamp demon. It is at the top of its food chain.
What is it called normally? It's
Guest. G-H-E-S-T. I had some pictures, but this computer sucks. I can't share them.
That's okay. I have Wikipedia behind me.
And it does 10 damage to you, Trogix.
Ow.
Minus soak.
Serpentine body, pale round eyes, sharp teeth. Ooh.
I have 4 soak, so I take 6.
Oh. Here we go.
He'll take a boost on his next turn. Alright, who wants to go next?
Here we go. Take a look at this. There it is. Ah! Help! Quick! Shoot it, you! Mechanical man! And I'm smacking him. Shoot that thing!
All right. I'll whip out my my blaster pistol and pop a shot at it.
Turn this off. Okay.
Alright.
Alright, I'm up for
It
this.
will be, say it's short range. So it'll be 1 red. Alright.
So that's 6 damage. So I probably hit it in, towards its facial area, the bright, blinding light of the blaster fire, making it whip around, leaving an opening for the next ally. So I'm just passing on the advantage as boosts.
Alright. And then, is it the doctor next?
I thought I would probably after, or am I, or is it?
All right, you want me to go? Cairo will quick draw his weapon out and take a shot at the creature.
Oh, Lucy.
Alright. 1 purple.
Purple? Okay.
I'm sorry. Why did I say purple? It's a red.
It's red.
And I passed
Okay.
on 2 boosts, remember.
You just,
Okay,
yeah.
well, I'll re-roll then.
Yeah, go ahead and re-roll it.
Don't forget
I don't know my
the 2
colors.
boosts.
Yep, got him. Got the 2 boosts, got the red, got my shot. Holy moly.
Oh, man.
So it's 7,
Alright.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
That's 12.
Ugh.
That's 12. 7 days. And let's see, is that it?
Damn.
That's into my act from him.
I'm sorry? You can do
What's my
a,
distance?
you're at short range. So you can do a
Okay,
crit
then,
if you want.
but then add
the
one more, so
triumph or
it's actually 13. I've got 1 point for
13.
1 ranking point blank, so got about that.
Okay.
That's what I wanted to ask. And 1 crit, you said?
If you would like for your triumph, it's up to you.
Okay. Yeah, we'll go ahead and roll a crit.
I have to pull up the chart. Alright, pull it up.
Whoa.
That's a pretty good one.
Um,
Yeah, that was good.
yeah, I think it's. I got mine here. Hold on a second.
Wow, that's really good.
92, 92, 92.
Somebody needed to get a really
At the
good
the target suffers 1 strain each time he performs an action. Or it performs an
Okay.
action.
See, Slick lines him up. Carol takes him down.
Alright. So top of the round.
Is it dead?
No, it's still alive. And then that
Oh,
despair, I'm
well,
going to
yeah.
upgrade its check.
I haven't done anything yet,
Okay.
so let me just shoot at it. Oh, my gun. And it's how many, it's a red and a purple?
Um,
Right, it sounds like.
yeah, do a red and a purple.
Okay.
Because the blast kind of knocked it back, so it's got a little bit of cover. It's going to be kind of hard to... It's a little harder to hit him now. That's what I'm doing with the despair.
Okay.
So it moved back from the despair?
Just the blast was so
Oh.
hard, narratively, that it kind of fell down into the water. It's a little harder to see.
Gotcha.
So it upgraded the check. Yeah. Alright. What's your damage?
5.
5? Alright. That is just enough. And then go ahead and suffer a strain with that threat
Oh,
from
Okay.
aiming and trying to pinpoint him in all the murk and mud of the swamp.
I sit down on something and pull out some water. Oh, I need water.
Hey, Doc, you might want to fix up our Doug friend here.
Oh,
Trovex
yes.
looks like he took quite a hit there.
The Doug is gonna pull out a stim pack and.
So I'll go over and take care of his wounds.
Well, I'm only down one wound now.
But,
Alright, so you manage to dispatch the guest and continue through the jungle after your medical.
should I do something for him? Even though he did a stim pack, maybe I can help it along. I don't know how much down. What did he say? You go down just one? Or?
Yeah, just one. Because you can only do one medicine check a day, so save it for.
Sure. Okay.
So that you can bring someone back from death's door, one person a day.
Like I said, he's fine. He's fine. He went for a swim. It wasn't that pleasant. He was talking crap to me, but he's fine.
I'm gonna throw a rock at the droid.
Okay. Bing. We were going down the path. We were going down this path. Was it this path or that path? I can't remember which path. And like a good 5-6 seconds after the rock dings him, he's sort of waving it away with the blaster pistol in hand, mind you.
We must continue. So
You spend another hour walking through the jungle. The same old scenery. Thick jungle opens up. You see some swamps, but as you're walking, you start to hear a loud rushing water noise. The jungle kind of opens up, and you see a river. And then there's a small bridge, kind of old wooden rickety bridge crossing this river. And on the other side, you can make out some huts, not the Java
buildings,
kind,
not
the buildings you live in.
The domicile kind.
Yes.
Only in Star Wars do you need to specify that.
Yeah,
look,
I thought about that after I said it.
A village.
So
Come.
you see some yurts. There's you see there's a small fire. You can make out a couple. Looks like Rhodians kind of walking around the village.
Hello.
The Doug says something to the
a,
effect, they better have Santa steams.
The Rhodians, from what you can tell, it looks like they're wearing some leather, basic kind of clothing. Not what you're used to seeing, especially coming from a spaceport. And just outside of the light of the campfire, you can make out what looks to be like 2 wooden cages, and inside you see what might resemble the doctor and her assistant.
What? Look! What are they doing? Put them in cages. You over there. What's the meaning of this?
Give me a simple knowledge outer rim check, Brian. Just that there's no difficulty. All right, you're able to make out. They're speaking what sounds like Rhodese, but it's not a dialect you're familiar with. But you can kind of pick up and understand what they're saying.
What are they saying?
So you hear they respond. I'm sorry. What did you ask again?
I said, what are you doing? And I'm pointing to the cages.
You just hear them repeating "mother's mouth" over and over again.
Mother's mouth?
Yes, that's their response.
I stop. I'm looking at this. Come quickly. Look, they've got them in cages. Something's wrong here.
A few of their warriors have spotted you due to your yelling, and they come running across the bridge.
Ah! I start to run back to the others. Help! Mechanical man, shoot them!
What the hell, Claude, you're yelling about?
Wait, hold on. He's being chased by who again?
By some primitive-looking Rhodians. They are wearing kind of basic leather armored coverings and wielding spears and like knives.
Golly, Slick is not that much of an asshole. Yeah, Slick will raise his blaster pistol and just take aim and wait till he can get a clear shot at one of these warriors.
The dog starts laughing as he's drawing his weapons.
You can give me vigilance checks.
Everybody?
Yes.
Oh, this is wonderful. This is perfectly fitting. He's laughing while this is going on. Woohoo! 2 advantages on my yellow die.
Yellow.
Mm.
The best part about that single yellow die is I had to buy equipment to get that.
Nice. Nelson, is yours the success and 2 advantage?
Yeah, that's
1 success and 2 advantage.
Okay. So 1. Wow.
Yeah, we did not roll very well there. Apparently we're all either laughing or confused by the circus beginning.
Alright, we will do, it'll be NPC, PC, NPC, and then 3 PCs. So the first group of warriors comes charging across the bridge, and who's kind of in front right now?
Not me.
If I'm still running,
I guess that would be
across the
Brian,
bridge.
probably the closest.
Yeah.
They will attack
Ah!
Brian.
I'm running to get behind the droid.
Range light. 3.
Help! Ah!
4. Oh, that's not good. So they throw their spears at you, Brian.
Okay.
It is going to be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 damage. And boost passed on. It is Pierce 1. So to ignore 1 soak.
That does not sound pleasant.
And who would like to act first on the PC side?
How many of these primitives are there?
There's gonna be 2 minion groups.
Okay. So 2 groups, 4 or 5 or something like that.
Yeah, 2 groups of 4 right now, coming across the bridge.
I'll go first if no one else wants to. It doesn't matter to me.
I think the doctor should run away.
Okay.
But if he doesn't want to run away, go ahead.
I am running away. I was running back to you.
I'm going to take a shot
was my
at the minion group that did not just act, so that hopefully they don't get to.
Okay.
I've
That
got
will
a
be medium range.
medium range.
And I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade it, so make it a purple and a
I'm
red.
going to use my maneuver to close to short range. So it'll be a red, and a purple because I'm dual wielding.
Okay.
Let's see here. That. And I will suffer 2 strain to aim. Alright, so it's let's see here.
Did you have
so
paired
the
weapons?
base hit, yeah, I've got paired weapons. So the base hit is 8 damage with Pierce 4. Then 1 advantage will be used to hit with the offhand weapon for another 8 damage with Pierce 4. And then I've got 4 advantages left. I will pass 4 boosts to my next ally. And with the Triumph, I will crit that minion group, so that will kill 1 of the minions outright.
Let's see, it was, yeah, you've dropped 3 of the minions.
Okay. And pass 4 boosts, and then there's a despair for you to do something to me with.
Let's see. Man, lots of despairs.
Yeah. Dice roller hates me tonight.
Tonight. 3 for Josh, 1 for me.
I'm on a roll.
Oh, let's see. I can be a dick, I guess. What kind of blasters are you using?
X30 Lancers.
Okay. We will, your offhand ran out of ammo.
Okay.
On that shot, I guess.
Sounds good. Next.
Alright, so NPC. 1 little guy remaining. He's going to throw his, let's see. He's going to move into engaged with the Doug.
Okay. Nice.
And
because minions only get an action or a maneuver; they don't get both. So.
Oh well, shit! Yeah.
So he can.
Yeah, he'll just throw a spear.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, he's gonna die anyway. Yeah.
Probably.
Sorry, I'm making changes on the fly. They're listed as rivals, but they're as strong as minions. Alright, so agility 3, he's by himself.
I have 1 range defense, that's 1 black.
Okay. Lights 1, okay, there we go. 1, 1. Oops. Black. Alright, yeah. Oh, I forgot his boost. Let's see if that makes a difference.
It does.
It does. Alright. So it is 5 damage and a crit.
Ouch. 5 damage.
Pierce
Pierce 1,
one.
you said?
Pierce
Okay, so
1, yep.
that's-
And vicious 1. So let's see. 70%.
That's 5 damage.
What did I do? I closed it out. Why did I close it out?
3.
Scattered senses. The target removes all boosts from skill checks until the end of the encounter. Oh wait, no,
Alright.
sorry. Oh, 60, I'm sorry, I was on the wrong line. The target increases the difficulty of all brawn and agility checks by 1 until the end of the encounter. Agonizing wound.
Wonderful.
Alright.
My favorite one. Whenever I'm playing a character that can actually do something in combat.
Next PC.
Well, can I do something like try to get away? Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I should probably go back.
Alright, I'm going to take a shot at the, not the one lone guy. I'm going to take the shot at the other group.
Alright.
How many boosts was that?
I passed 4.
4, I think.
It should be 3 because it actually takes 2 advantage to hit. with
It
your
only took
offhand.
1 because I have a paired weapon. I have paired weapons, so it only takes 1 advantage to hit with the offhand, not 2. For me. Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Paired weapons. Reduces the activation cost by 1. So you're going, Chris? Or
Yeah, I'm going.
Nelson?
What's the difficulty?
It is. You're probably medium range, so we'll say 2.
Okay. Not a problem. All right. So that's 7 plus the crit. This activates my crit.
Nice.
All right.
And I still got
taken
1
one out.
advantage. Okay. And I still got 1 advantage left, so I'm going to pass a boost dice on to the next person.
Okay. Next person.
So I think that's me then.
Yeah, I'm not firing until the dock gets out the way.
So, and I was running back. Now I'm stumbling back. And then I get back to get behind Slick and the others.
All right.
And I immediately start grabbing for my medical kit. Okay, I have with me. Which is probably good that I didn't use my medical roll. Well, not good, but I would better use this impact. So, can I go ahead? Can I do it on this round? To physician heal thyself, or do I? Can I heal myself on this round? Okay. Do I get a boost die for that?
Yes.
Next
It would pass
action.
on to you.
Okay.
It's difficulty 1 if you're under half of your wounds. It's difficulty 2 if you're over half. And it's +1 difficulty for treating yourself.
So, yeah, it is, and I'm over half, so it's
3 treating yourself.
3 purple. Okay, so 3 purple, is that it? Right? Okay.
Yep.
All right.
3 purple.
Let's see what happens. Oh, so how many do I get? How many boost die do I get? Is it just one boost?
1.
Or? Okay.
Unless you have the depends on the kit. I think one of them gives a boost too.
Oh, it does. Thank you for reminding me. I saw the little blue die. So,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah, like each book has a different variation of the kit. Like one that gives you a free stim pack each encounter. One that gives you a boost die to all medicine checks.
Yes, Physician's Kit grants 1 boost die to all medical skill checks and a what's this thing here? It's an advantage to successful medicine checks. Okay.
Oh,
Do
okay, nice.
I get 1 more boost?
Well, no, you get a boost and an advantage.
A boost and an advantage. All right, so, well, you gave me 1 boost die, well, so then that other boost die just stays behind.
So you get 2 boost
Right.
die.
So I get
You
2
get
boosts.
2 boost dice, and then you'll have an automatic advantage as long as this check is successful.
All right. All right, let's see. No.
There you go. So you have 5 advantage and 2 success.
4 advantage. Oh, no, 5, that's right.
Yeah, successes heal wounds, advantages heal strain on a medicine check.
Okay.
And you may have talents that further enhance that number, but being a doctor, you're the guy who does have that in your tree. Whether you took it or not is another matter.
I did.
It's one of those things in one shots. No matter what's in your talent tree, whatever's needed, you probably didn't take it this particular time.
I've got in my talent tree. So,
Who's next?
now I've got surgeon and then physician are the 2 that I took in my talent tree.
One of those does it, I believe. Because one of them helps whenever you're doing long-term care, increases wounds, and the other one helps whenever you're doing a medicine check, and then there's stim pack specials.
Yeah, this doesn't. I have to go dig out the book. It says DC page blah blah of course on this.
What page?
Well, for surgeon is 144 of Edge of the Empire. On page 158 of
Surgeon.
Age of
How many levels of surgeon do you have?
4.
4?
Yeah.
So you heal 4 extra wounds over what the successes say. So you heal 6.
All right.
6 wounds and 4 strain is what the results say.
Okay. All right. So I guess that's it. What do you need?
All right. And Nelson?
Alright. How many of these things are still alive?
There
I think
is
there's just
a
one
group
left.
of 3
Oh, no.
and a group of 1.
I'm gonna fire at the group of 3. I'm gonna take my maneuver to take my second aim action since I was aiming before we actually rolled for our initiatives. And do a whopping, you said they're medium distance away?
Yes.
And hit one.
All right. You managed to hit one and knock him over the rope bridge, and he goes floating down river to cascade over the fall. What was your damage?
It was 5.
Okay, yeah. You took out the wounded one then. Perfect. So there's 2 left in the front group and 1 behind them. And it is the front group's turn. They will guess close into engaged with the Doug. And PC turn.
So the group of 2 engaged with me, or the 1?
The group of 2, they were the ones that were in front.
Okay. I'm gonna shoot the 1.
Okay.
So he is at short range. I'm not gonna double attack this time, since
Okay.
I've got to upgrade it again.
You have the out of ammo on the one.
Yeah, that too.
And then you have to upgrade for your
Yeah,
agility
so the
check
purple becomes
for the
red.
crit.
And I will maneuver to aim. So that is 9 damage. Pierce 4.
Okay.
Is that enough to drop him?
He is dropped.
Okay, then I will pass 3 boosts to my next ally.
All right. Who's going next?
And I'll go again. And I'll take a shot at whoever's remaining.
The
Okay.
group.
There's just a group of 2 engaged with Trogix.
Alright, I'll take out
Short
those
range
2
down.
then.
And you have 2 boost die.
So it'll be short range.
Or 3 boost die, I mean.
And 2 boosts. Okay,
3 boosts.
3 boost.
3 boosts. Sweet. Alright.
And a miss.
Didn't hit any of them.
But you have a
Alright.
triumph. What would you like to do with your triumph?
But doesn't a triumph still hit? Because it's a success.
The success portion got canceled out by a failure on the
Yeah.
purple die.
Yep. I rolled no successes, so.
The triumph
But-
portion still works, but
So I'm going to say that even though I missed with my shot was good enough to force these to push them away from Trogix. And
Alright.
let's see. Anything better than that?
you can upgrade the difficulty of their check with that narrative, basically. Like, if they get to act again.
Yeah, I don't think they'll get to act again, but
Probably not.
we will put that on there.
I think we lost him. Like, his camera's frozen on my screen. Chris is frozen in a hands up motion on my screen.
He said it was storming, so he might drop.
Ah,
Yeah.
Like if you checked out the chat.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Back maybe. All right. So we'll pass those 3 advantage on as boost. Since he is having connectivity issues.
Can I do any more healing other than the medicine skill, like the stim
You have
pack?
stim pack
I do.
if you have any.
I do. I bought some. Also, I bought some maybe other things too. Yeah, we got stim packs, emergency med pack, portable healing kit, physician's kit.
Stim pack would heal 5 plus however many levels of stim pack specialization you have.
Yeah. So 7.
Okay. There he goes. Nelson?
Stick through.
Alright, so actually,
How far is it the cages? Like you said, we see them, right?
You see them. They're on the other side of the bridge, so they're probably about long to extreme, depending on where you are in relation to the river.
And there's only 2 remaining guys, right?
On the bridge, yeah, there's still some others probably running through the camp, but
Oh hell, I'm gonna run up, pop a shot off, and then suffer 2 strain to keep running to try to get across the bridge.
okay.
So I close to short distance. And were those boosts used yet or no?
Nope. 3 boost dice to use.
3 boost.
All right. See, I'll hit 1 for 8, and
Okay.
I'll just crit the other, or that means anyway. So
There's 1 wounded, 1 left.
what was that?
There's 1 wounded minion remaining.
All right. Well, I keep running.
Alright. So you are engaged with him. So he'll go ahead and make a melee attack. Do you have any defense or anything?
Nope. This is my non-combat character.
I didn't know you had those.
Everybody plays those every once in a while. They just don't have a long survivability rate in most games.
No, they don't. We've seen that in your last.
Hey, look, I'm a driver. I fill the one position that no one ever plays. I can fly the hell out of a ship. I got gunnery skills. No one-shots.
So does Trojans. He's a rigger.
So let's see. Damage. So 4 damage and a critical.
He doesn't
Vicious
crit me because he
2.
doesn't do any damage. If he only does 4.
No, a crit only requires you to hit. Does not require
Yeah.
damage to get through to do a crit.
I doubt that, but whatever.
That's the way it works. You only have to hit with a crit in order to crit.
And I have to have a hit. I don't know. Yeah, so I'm not positive it has to do damage or not. But I know it has to
No,
have
because
a
there's
hit.
a talent that makes it work. That works out that way. There's a commando talent and there's a pair of talents that interact to make it where you lower the crit roll, and if you lower it low enough, then it does no crit. So.
So 84.
Page 240, 243.
You got him?
You have to deal damage to actually crit. You have to pass my armor.
Really?
Yes, sir. It's between system strain, component criticals. Critical hits. Occasionally, a lucky, well-placed shot or collision with a particularly large or dangerous object does more to a ship than boss harmlessly up there. Shields. Blah, blah, blah. Critical kernel, trauma, hull, or a successful combat check could generate enough advantage or triumph to trigger a weapon's critical rating. Remember that an attack's damage also needs to exceed the target's armor to deal a critical hit.
Yeah. Successful combat check.
So, I don't know.
Well, I mean, it says it has to be successful. Well, I mean, I guess it's semantic.
I'll take a crit, whatever.
What you considered successful. Has to exceed a target's armor to deal a critical hit. Yeah. So you're good. No crit. We'll just knock that gun out of your hand. Or is it attached to your arm?
No, this is just everything else is integrated except the gun.
Okay. So he'll knock it down. Make you pick it up. And then the despair. Oh. He's going to upgrade the next check for you guys against him, so your green will be a yellow. And whoever goes next.
Where are we at in initiative now?
Whoever wants to go, it's PC slots. We have 4 PC slots.
I'm taking care of my wounds, so I'll pass it on to whoever is next.
Okay, I'll go.
Yeah.
And you said one of mine gets upgraded to a yellow?
Yes.
And
He
the
kind of
difficulty is still 2,
exposed
right?
himself attacking. Yes. Yeah. When he made his attack against Slick and knocked the gun out of his hands, he kind of exposed himself narratively.
Okay. Oh.
Ooh. Swing and a miss. Shooting wild.
Wow. So even though the target was exposed, Kyrill's just having a little too much fun with the ensuing battle, so he gets overly excited and misses, but keeps the one guy that's remaining on his toes too. So I will let's see. I'll do this I will give 5 boost dice to the next.
Alright, so yeah, you're shooting wild like a wild man. Flurry of blaster bolts are going by, and he's kind of
Yeehaw!
The dog will take a shot, I guess. Maneuver to aim, and then shoot.
And you drop him.
And I'm going to recover strength with those advantages.
Alright. So you guys run across the bridge and get the ladies freed from the cages. And Dr. Tan tells you that... Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
And she's thanking you for saving them. And she's ready to get out of there before any others show up.
2 of us.
So you've got Dr. Gina Tan and I forgot her the other name, Toranin, her assistant. You go running off into the jungle. Once you get a safe distance kind of away, they tell she tells you that her colleague had found the location of the spaceship test facility, and she can lead you there if you can get her out of the jungle safely.
can we go back to the ship and then take the ship there?
She says that there's no way to really find it with the ship.
Okay.
She'll have to use the data that she's gotten from her colleague to kind of navigate through the jungle in order to get there. There's something about the facility. It's been lost for so long because no one's been able to find it from the air. No scanner's ever been able to pick it up or anything.
Well, Doc, what you thinking?
Well, we have no choice. We must do it this way. You, mechanical man, carry me.
I think
Sure, I'll shoot him in the knee, then carry him.
Don't you dare! You. Come, let's go. The sooner we get there and get what we need, the sooner we can leave this beast-ridden muck.
Wow, Doc, you don't get out
So
much,
she,
do you?
What do you mean?
There's all kinds of beasts everywhere you go.
Yes, but the ones in the cities I can deal with. Not this. And this. And that over there.
And Slick sort of points in the air. He goes, "What about that one over there?"
That too. Now let's go. Right.
So you're
Check out the women. Do they need any kind
conversing as, from what you can tell, it's just minor lacerations, cuts and scrapes, nothing significant.
All right. Well, before we go, then I'll clean up their wounds the best I can. Just to make sure.
From what you can tell, they were spared the gruesome demise of the rest of their team. They kind of tell you about. You can kind of, from what it looked like, the tribe was going to sacrifice them.
I know how they feel.
As you carry on through the jungle upriver,
Yes.
the dense jungle begins to kind of open up some, and you step out and you see a large green lake, and there's an island in the middle, kind of overgrown a little bit, and you can make out what looks like a facility on the island. As you get closer, you can see there's another bridge leading across the lake to the facility. It looks about wide enough that one person would be able to cross at a time.
So, what are we doing?
Who's going first? We need to cross. There we go.
I've already been to the swamp once today.
The what?
Kyril will just start heading across that bridge.
I think with Kyril heading across the bridge, Slick will try to like hurry up and shove his way past them, as if the two of them were still racing.
All right, both of you give me coordination checks, red and a purple, and go ahead and add 2 set back to those each for the added weight and rushing of Slick pushing past.
Ooh.
All right. So as
almost identical.
as Slick tries to push past, because he still thinks they're racing. What is it? Chris, come on. Carol managed to maintain his foothold, but as the increased weight of the droid and his hurried actions, he manages to crack one of the segments of the wood on the bridge and begins to fall through the. It's kind of like a imagine like the rope bridges, like Indiana Jones kind of.
Yeah,
Wood
the
planks.
and the planks are rotted.
Wait, so I succeeded, but I'm falling.
You did because of the threats.
All right, bye.
And you fall into the water. It's not far. It's not a big drop. But you are. Oh, I don't know how that's gonna work. Being a droid.
Well, he sinks and then walks out of the water. Oh. Good. I'm now wet.
And then there'll be a setback for the next person to go across due to the hole where Slick managed to fall through.
And Kyle get to the other end and look back and notice Slick is no longer behind him. Where the hell did Slick go?
He went into the water. Those tin-plated. Oh.
So, my question is, walking on the bottom of the lake, is Slick able to go faster and still beat Kyril to the entrance of the facility? Or did Kyril win the race?
Considering they got the same number of successes,
I know, it was like identical. Just about.
No.
I think I would probably get there
Who's going across next?
just after him. Like, if not for the fall. Like, Slick will even say that if that bridge was built any better, I would have won, right? I would have won. That
I'm gonna
bridge is
make
for
sure it
pass
crosses.
interference.
All right, coordination check.
Yeah.
Red, purple, with one black. And then now you have the... Yeah, okay. All right, you managed to cross without any incident.
okay.
And the doctor...
It's a coordination check.
Coordination. A purple, a red, and a black.
I'm going to use one of our light side die to turn my greens to red. And you set a purple with a red and a
Purple,
black.
red, and black.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Let's see what happens. I see funny into the water after the team. Oh, no.
So you managed to get past the hole that Slick fell through.
Yeah.
And you get about halfway across the bridge when you hear A cracking sound beneath your feet.
I grab on and hold on to the ropes.
Give me another coordination check. Let's see if you can grab it.
Okay. I'm going to use another die. Another first one. So, let's see if that works. No. Ah!
So you try to grab it, but your old, weak doctor
Yes.
fingers can't hold on. It
Ah!
slips out of your hand and you splash into the water.
How close to the shore am I?
You're about halfway.
Okay.
Hey, Slick. See, Doc fell in too.
Well, that just happened because he was old.
That happened because of you. You broke the bridge.
Bridge is old too. Now stop dilly-dallying. We got things to do.
Then get me out of this water.
I unsheathed my pistol.
Kyle will reach down to help the old man out. Come on, old man. Let's get you out of that water.
Thank you. We need to make... Did the women get across yet or no?
They will wait for you on the other
Alright.
side of the bridge.
Well, we need to make sure they get across because they have to show us where they're going.
They let you know that the information's in this facility somewhere. They're not sure. They just
Alright.
were able to, from the data that they had gathered, they were able to find the facility. But they're
Okay.
not the adventuring types to go in and
Alright.
look for the information that Ronum is wishing to acquire.
Well, neither am I, but I'm doing all right. Come on, let's go. It's right here.
Well, they probably shouldn't stay back by themselves.
Worst case scenario, you take a little dip, get a little refresh. You fleshy types like to be refreshed, right? Come on, let's go. Why are we dilly-dallying here? We're wasting too much time.
So they hesitantly make their way across the rope bridge, and they're kind of hanging out on the front, in front of the facility. That way, if anyone does, if any of the Rhodian tribal group were to show up, they'd have the issue of the bridge as well. And so as you guys kind of walk through the overgrowth in front of the facility, you find the entrance and make your way into what appears would have been offices. You don't see anything really of import. It basically just kind of like desks. And there's a as you walk in, there's like a hole in the floor where over time, actually coming down through the ceiling, just there's vines and overgrowth from the trees and stuff. And as you kind of walk towards the hole, looks like something might have fallen through. The bottom floors look like they may be below the level of the lake, and some water's kind of collected in there. Other than that, you can easily kind of make your way around the hole into the rest of the facility.
Keep up, old man.
I'm there. I'm with you.
So you make your way through the offices. The only else thing that you can kind of see as you walk through the facility on this level is where like the garage, where the speeder would have been. parked at. Looks like there's a lift going upstairs that is broken, but you could find other ways to get up to the upper levels of the facility, and then it looks like there may be a corridor that leads below, kind of where towards the office is, and down further.
I'm going to look around and see if I can find a stairwell.
I think some inexorable force, as if the gravitational pull of the planet itself, is drawing me closer to that garage.
Well, good.
Stairs that lead down, and then you find another stairwell that also leads up to the, I guess we consider the second story.
I believe this is the way we should continue. We're going on.
Oh, all right. I just wanted to see the speeders. You could have had speeders at work. You know, if they had speeders at work, we take a speeder back. We get back much faster. We don't have to walk.
Later.
I don't
Well,
like
that's
walking.
true.
I like flying.
Let's find what we need to find first.
Oh, right. We'll find what we need to find. Did we find what we need to find? I thought we had to find the archaeologist. We found the archaeologist.
We
have
need
him.
no, we have to get the information from this place.
Data. Okay, we'll get the data. We had the people. Now we got to get the data. What if we leave the people? We left the people. We might lose the
So
people.
continue on while he's rambling on. Going this metallic magpie.
You going up or down?
Up.
Okay. You climb up the stairs. It's kind of a, not like a windy stair, but like a large industrial, kind of like the squared turning stairs that go up. You come up to a, it looks like a giant hangar door. And as you get closer, you notice there's a bit of a temperature change. It feels cooler as you get closer to the door.
I shall step back and allow the others who are more robust to handle this. Pointing to this. You, door. This way.
You know, you're not very useful. I mean, you've been part of this crew for a bit, and I swear, you're not that very. I mean, you're for the rest.
What?
You're never really useful.
Door!
You hold us back.
Not now.
He's moving towards the door, but he's actually rambling at the same time.
Yes.
I'm like, you fix the fleshies, but you don't know anything about droids. And you're like, oh, droid, do this, mechanical man. Like, is that some sort of derogatory term? Just because I'm a droid, you're looking down on me? Don't look it down on me because I'm a droid. I mean, just because I came from
Open the door.
And he's typing in whatever, like he's pressing buttons to see if he could open the hangar door, but he's still like carrying on the entire time.
Need to find his local connection and turn it off.
Does the door open? Does the door open?
The door, as you approach the door, and it looks like there's some frost on it.
Not good.
And the
he was pressing whatever keys
Right up.
were there while he was rambling on.
yeah, as you're hitting the keypad, nothing happens. The door stays shut. Go ahead and you guys give me a perception check, average 2 difficulty.
Is this to see if they can see me pulling my pistol out and aiming it at the control panel?
Nope. Unless they
There's
notice
one.
that, I guess. Alright. The doctor doesn't notice anything.
I notice that I'm really frustrated with this control panel. And I draw my pistol out and I start pointing it at the control panel.
So
What are
Kyril,
you doing?
he doesn't notice your pistol. We'll use that for the threats. But he does notice something on the door beneath the frost. He kind of wipes it. And in Orabesh, it says, on the door, it says climatic laboratory.
Oh,
It's a large kind of hangar door.
And then you hear a
Hey, Doc, is this where we're supposed to get this information?
does this seem? Is this the place according to the information we have? As I check the pad.
So far, you haven't really come across any type of computer terminals that would contain the type of data that he's looking for. So there was the flooded offices, and then you have this laboratory. If you were to find, and then there was the the garage as
Well,
well.
let's try this
far.
laboratory then first. This might be the place.
when I shoot the control panel, does the door open?
It does not. The control panel is not the issue with the door. So there's the thick layer of frost coming through it. From what the doctor would probably be able to tell between the three of you, is that the door is frozen shut. You'd have to find another way to get through it, since the gear mechanisms are not functioning.
We need some sort of heat force.
I go, well, you have a warm body, right? And I just put my hand on his shoulder and start, like, I don't shove him, but I start just leaning a little bit towards the door.
No, something much warmer, like a laser or some sort of force beam. Something very hot. Hotter than blasters. Almost like a lightsaber.
I look the doc up and down, like, in slick fashion, as if he's short, and just say, well, a place like this has to have some sort of ventilation, right? You're a pretty small chap. You could fit through something like that.
I would send someone more durable than I. But we need to find a way to get into this room, and I don't know if a ventilation shaft would do the trick.
Oh, come on, Doc. You got to be useful for something.
I am. Now stop this. Let's find something that we can find a way to get into this room. All right, let's check out some of the other rooms of the other places here. So we went down, we went up, so now let's go down.
Under the facility or down back towards the main level?
Under the
Towards
facility.
the hangar bay.
Okay, so if we're passing the hangar bay, Slick sort of motions and looks longingly at the hangar bay doors as he's following the rest of them, just hanging back a little extra long.
You keep up. Not now. So down to what's underneath.
Alright, so you start heading down, and it looks like it kind of opens up into a cavern. There's where'd it go? Kind of looks like some catwalks as you come down the stairs into this cavern. There's like a large, like not just like a catwalk, but like a large metal suspended kind of platform that the stairs and catwalks come off of. And on the other side of the platform, looks like there's some repulsor sleds that go further underground.
Ah, this could be it. Look, you. Vehicles. I think we might be onto something. We should investigate.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Are these repulsor sleds are like they're fixed, right?
You don't know yet. They're on the other side of the room. It's a we'll say it's fairly large, probably about long range.
I start walking to them. If they look like vehicles, I'm heading towards them.
Yeah.
Give me an average 2 difficulty stealth check.
Stealth? Okay.
Yes.
Did it roll? All right.
Nice. Much quieter than Proto-Rust. Alright, yeah, you make your way across.
Well,
and,
is a beat stick, so.
Well, he's roasted this shit. So you've made your way across the cavern, and from what you can tell, the repulsor sleds look operational.
Well, I try to power
Anyone else
them
following?
up, or power one of them up.
Yeah. So go across.
2 difficulty stealth check.
No.
All right. So as you're knocking into some of the crates that are kind of sitting on the platform, making far too much noise, and then you kind of hear like a screeching noise, and then the kind of like a light fluttering, like the sound of flapping wings.
And
And then three. It will be 4 damage as a swarm of like bat-like creatures swoop down from the cavern and bite at you.
ah,
What the
I-
hell
Stop
is
playing
that?
around.
I run forward to Slick. Help! Ah! Help! Beasts!
Think Slick will just start popping shots in the air at these things. But he's gonna be popping them with stun setting on, just to get that whoop whoop sort of circular, weird sounding shot.
All right. Plus, it has a wider dispersal because they kind of start small and they kind of cone
Yeah.
out, so I have a better chance of hitting them.
So how far are these things?
We'll say average 2. They kind of swooped in and started to fly back up towards the
Did it roll?
stalactites or stalagmites, whichever ones are from the ceiling.
Yeah, it's nil.
So you missed them, shooting in the dark, and they were a little too fast. They were faster than what you thought, and they went back up to perch in the ceiling of the cavern.
Ooh.
Carol, you gonna cross the platform and join them?
Yeah.
I want to take a shot at the thing that attacked from this side rather than crossing over first.
Probably can. They're probably just all right above us.
What would you like to do?
I mean, can I see any of them to take a shot? I mean,
Do you have anything
I
that
can see in the
helps
dark.
with darkness, or
Yeah, I removed two. I've got the optical suite on my armor, so I removed 2 setbacks from environmental conditions like darkness, smoke, etc.
Okay.
So,
Let's see. Stealth is agility. It'll be do a perception against 2 purples with 2 setback.
okay, and the setbacks from darkness.
Be negated. Yeah, from darkness and the being up in the cavern, in the like I said, from the like stalactites or whatever. Alright, so you think you spotted where they were returning to kind of hang.
I'm gonna shoot at them then.
Alright.
What range are they at?
We'll say they are range 3 hard.
Okay.
And we'll add a setback with those threats, since it's dark. They're up in the top
Okay.
of the cavern. You
All right.
think you see where they're at.
Attack. I'll double attack. Might as well. So I get that, and then I'll aim. Almost got him. With the 2 advantages, I will say that basically I'm providing cover fire so that if they swoop down to attack someone again, they have a setback die.
Okay. Sounds good. And you end up hitting one of the stalactites and knocking it loose, and it kind of falls and drops past the platform. All right, Kirill.
Yeah, he's gonna make his way up to the other side.
Okay.
Was it 2? Still
Yep.
check.
Right, and you quietly make your way across and don't draw the attention of any of the bat-like creatures that are residing in this cavern.
All right, and you're just quiet enough so then bats quiet down. So I will pass on any boosts and anything to whoever's next.
Okay.
Am I the only one not across the bridge now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, then I guess I'll try to join them. With
Add 3 boost dice. I just passed it on.
3,
Yep.
lots of advantages. So I'm not stealthy, but I got advantages. So I'm going to use 2 of them to give any attackers a setback die of any of those fat things, and 2 of them to give myself a free maneuver to try to get across the bridge faster whenever I realize I'll make too much noise.
Okay. Yeah, you make it across, no problem. As they swoop in again, what I do on that last one, 3 greens.
They're attacking, so that'd be 2 setbacks from.
Yep.
And then I have melee defense 1, so that'd be 3 setbacks.
Woohoo.
So yeah, they just kind of swoop down and do all
With
the
3
racket. They
setbacks,
can't pinpoint where you
I'm
are.
gonna pistol whip one of them and knock it prone so it falls on the ground.
Okay. It's
The
dead.
whole entire time, Slick is just standing there tapping his foot, waiting for everyone to make it across the bridge.
And then the all right. So yeah, you guys made it across. You're at the repulsor sleds. They from what you can see, the tunnel goes down further. It's kind of a tight. I don't know. It doesn't even matter what I say because I know exactly what's going to happen. So it's a confined tunnel. At this point, you're not stressed with time, and it would be smarter to take your time.
How many
Working your way down.
How many repulsor sleds are there?
There's 2.
There's 2. I hop on one, yell out "Racia," and shoot down. And I'm yelling at Carol.
I will be taking my time on one with whoever else wishes to
Carol-
join me.
Carol hearing Slick say Racia and seeing him head down that pathway, he's going to head on the other repulsor sled and make chase.
Did anyone else get on? Was anyone else able to get on the sleds before the?
So me and the doc are sitting there looking at each other like,
race?
what the hell?
Now,
So I guess we're walking.
yes. Oh well. Let us begin.
It's probably safer.
Yes. Agreed. So we go
All right, I'm
walking.
gonna need a couple piloting checks from you guys. What was the difficulty?
Let's say to the doc, what model of ion blaster do you think I need to get to take down Slick? Because he's really on my nerves sometimes.
Perhaps we'll find some vat of hot liquid we can push him into.
Oh
Or
no, I don't
freeze
want to
him.
do permanent damage. I mean, he's got too many valuable components.
There.
I was just
Well,
thinking an ion blaster would just
that
take him
could-
down.
There could be one in this establishment for all we know.
That would
We
be
find it. We find it, then
I will
use
say,
it.
yeah. Where's the map at?
An annoying mechanical beast.
We'll do a series of piloting checks, piloting planetary between you two. We'll start with. God, I wish I would have looked at the race rules. Let's see.
I
We'll
don't know
start
if they're
with
different from the chase rules, but I know the chase rules.
we'll start with 3 difficulty.
I haven't
The
seen those.
We'll say the first turn it's kind of a sharp downhill turn on the first turn.
I haven't seen race rules for like the past 2 years.
No,
Last
it's
time I
in
read
Julia
those.
Yevon, but I don't have that one.
Yeah.
'Cause I know there's a certain bone. Oh man.
I do it looking back. Like I'm not even looking forward. I'm looking backwards, waving by to Kirill.
Yeah.
Add one more difficulty, just to see if we lose a success or something. All right. So 2 success, 2 triumph. I'm sorry, no.
It's just one. It's
3
2
success, a
2
threat.
triumph, and a threat.
2 triumph, yeah. So take a system strain on you. A personal strain, I'm sorry. As you come down this turn, looking backwards, showboating.
The way he's describing, I think system strain would be appropriate too. This is hover sled.
Maybe.
It's not a Mach 2 race car. What's going on? What the hell?
Let's see. Yeah, we'll make it system strain. Because these aren't very durable. So this could get interesting.
It's a freaking mine car.
Alright, so you pull ahead after the first turn. And you actually, I think triumphs let you pull a distance each. So you're well ahead of Kirill right now, coming around to the second turn. So do a 2 difficulty. This one's a little bit easier. There's a bit of a bank though with some stalagmites kind of sticking off. So do 2 with a setback.
This is still slick, right?
At both of you.
All right. Would you consider this difficult terrain, the stalactites?
Yes, I would.
Because I have all-terrain driver, so no, not an all-terrain driver. It's skilled jockey, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So hold on.
You maintain the lead, but you're going too fast around this turn. And you lose control of the sled as it starts to kind of spark and sizzle. You have that familiar burnt wire smell. And the sled kind of, you come around the turn and it kind of sputters and stops. At this point, Kirill is not quite caught up with you, but he's closing the gap. What are you gonna do, Kirill?
Oh, I'm gonna keep going.
Alright, so you passed him on turn 2. You're going down the straightaway. Give me one more easy piloting planetary. Alright. So your sled, you're barreling down the last straightaway. You come flying around the turn past Slick. You can narrate how you want to do that, and then you come barreling down the last straightaway, coming down to the control area where the dock is for that, and it takes
in
another
the
strain.
flash that you see Slick, like the thing is smoking, and you could just see him standing there with his pistol in hand, aiming it towards the controls of the sled. Just in that flash.
And as Kirill sees that, he'll just kind of look back real quick and just think to himself, is he gonna shoot that sled? As he comes down and starts to see the control room, he turns it real quick to slide to a stop.
And you said the sled was dead, right?
Yeah, yours is dead. You fried the controls on it.
Yeah. So Kirill like to the stop and just hears coming from inside the.
And Kirill will shout as it comes to a stop, and he gets off the sled. I win, Slick!
Across his comms, you just hear.
Oh no, he yelled it. He just yelled it. He didn't turn on
No,
the
no,
comms. He just yelled it down the...
Slick is calming you now.
Oh. Okay.
First the faulty old
Yes,
bridge,
Slick.
now the faulty old sled. You know I had you. You know I had you. And he's, you just hear his ding, 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 ding as he's walking. The others might hear the echoing of Slick. You know I had you. You know I had you. You know I had you.
So after this a little exchange between Slick and Kirill, Kirill is the only member of the party that has made it to the computer core right now. What are you going to do, Kirill?
Kirill's going to see if there's any computer banks that he can get into.
There is. You come up
See
upon a
what's on
terminal,
there.
and you assume this is probably where the data is being held. It looks like from what you can tell, it's a fairly large computer system. They have a air pressure, and cooling system installed in this area to keep the computers cool, keep the room under negative pressure. There's a vent duct that goes back up to the surface. And so this must be what you were looking for. Go ahead and give me a hard computers check.
All right, I'm going to spend a destiny point to upgrade.
Hey!
All right. You managed to pull off the data that you were looking for.
Eureka! I found it!
Take a strain.
Yell back, well done, my boy! You found what we needed.
You were probably not the one to do this, and it managed to work out in your favor. So. But as you
Kirill just sounds a little bit more dumb than he actually is.
It's the accent.
Yeah.
Yeah, the droid just seems to have the most trouble with every technological device, however.
As you're pulling the data off, though, this is what your triumph's going to be used for. As you're rooting around to get the data, you find a failsafe built into the system that if you remove the data, it will trigger a security procedure that will basically self-destruct the facility.
Okay.
So you're going to pull the data off, or you're going to leave it?
Doc, we got a little problem here.
I'm on my way.
Okay,
Someday we'll get there.
Still on our way.
If you idiots weren't always blowing up the driving devices, we would be there sooner.
Yes. So when we get there, however long it will take, then when we get there, I will go and see what is the problem.
We got a fail safe on this data. If I remove this stuff, it's going to set this place. I don't know how they're going to destroy it, but it's going to no longer be here. I imagine a lot of explosions and whatnot.
How many can you get on the? Well, we have the sled, and then you said there looks like there's another way out through a vent straight up.
Yeah.
Well, then Hopefully we can remove the data, and then I suggest we go up the ladder.
It's not
Right.
necessarily. It's not a
So
ladder. It's going to be basically a ventilation shaft that leads up back through the island to the surface.
Okay. Then through
And
the
actually,
shaft.
I will say
We
you're
can
able to
get
pull
up
off
the
the
shaft.
computer as well
You want me to roll
prior
it?
to this. You're able to pull off the schematics for this facility that you would have got if you would have made it up. The at the top of the facility is kind of like a control room where there's a computer system and stuff, and that's where you could have got schematics at. And in order to get to that, you would have gone through the climatic laboratory, which was frozen shut. It's a big hangar where they test the climate control systems and stuff on the ships. Basically, they were testing the ship to see if it would withstand, like sub-zero temperatures, and the system's been running this whole time. Due to the humidity of Rhodia, it managed to ice the doors shut. And then there's in the speeder hangar, the garage there's a broken lift that would have gone up to the upper level as well, to that office. You can see where the offices were, where you came in, and where there's like a walkway that comes off that's probably flooded as well, since it connects to the bottom of those offices, along with the pathway that you took going down to the cavern with the walkway, the platform there. And then coming up to that platform, you can see on the schematics of the facility is the air duct that kind of snakes its way up and through, and it looks like there's a couple sets of fans that circulate and push the air up into the cavern, which then goes from the cavern up through the vents to the surface.
Okay. All right. Well, try and remove the data, and without letting without the fail safes going off. Or did we do that? Or was I able to do that?
I don't know if I can pull off something like that. I mean, I can try. But if I don't.
I can try also. Is that your computer roll?
Yeah, I use the destiny point for that.
That was his initial roll to get the data, and then I used the destiny to, before pulling the data off, he was able to find that there's a self-destruct built into the computer.
All right. Well, we have to try and get this information off here. Is there a way to to turn off the failsafe?
We can try. Give me. What's that?
How big is the computer, like size-wise? What are we talking, like massive room-size hard drive or something, or what?
Yeah, it's like a massive. It's it's that 80s sci-fi, 70s, 80s sci-fi technology that
The fail safes
that we're used to in Star Wars.
Wait, the fail safes, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do we know, like, was the location of where the detonations will take place? Is that information that we have?
It is not.
All right. So, what did you want me to roll?
Give me a extreme, so 4 difficulty computer check.
All right. So, can I use that other light side?
Sure. I should use one too, but go ahead and do that. So 3 purple and a red. I haven't been using them. It's my fault.
Ugh.
And then it'll say, oh. So you are not able to disarm the failsafe and take a strain.
Okay.
And it will be harder if you were to try again.
Mm.
So we have a way out already, right?
Yeah, you have one sled that's not wrecked, but it does have a strain.
Or we can
Yeah,
go
but-
through the vent.
The vent. You said there's a vent that leads straight out.
It leads back up to the cavern. But there's some fans you would have to get by. They look like they're still running, operating.
No, what did you give this one for? So turn off the fan and let's go. You know what? If nobody else is gonna do it, I'm gonna try a computer check to turn off the ventilation system.
No, I can try it too. I mean, I'm just wondering, if you want me to do it, that's fine. Unless you have a better computer roll than mine.
I probably don't, but nobody else was responding to when I said turn off the ventilation and let's go.
No, let's do it.
Yeah,
So-
you're right, Dad.
Slick is not in the habit of waiting.
All right, here I'll try it. See what I can do.
Do
Oh, there you go.
well, there's no
Oh, I
difficulty
forgot to
there.
read the thing. What's the difficulty?
2 with 2 setback. Since the system knows we've had 2 attempts in the system so far. Reroll 2 purple and 2 black.
Oh, it's 2 black.
Yeah. So 2. So failure with 3
Well, no,
advantage.
the triumph counts as a success because all failures have done it.
The
It's not.
dice roller computes that in.
Yeah, dice roller count.
Yeah,
if you
but
look
he
at the dice,
didn't-
there's
Whenever
Yeah,
it's
but he
triumph,
didn't
it
roll
counts
it
as-
together. That's why. That's
Right.
why it's not
the,
counted.
tri-
'cause he
the
didn't roll
dice
together, so
roller
we have to
puts
roll.
a success in there.
if you look at his greens and the yellow, there's
Oh,
4
okay.
advantage,
Oh, okay, I see it now.
success,
Never mind.
and then
Yep.
the triumph.
Okay, I see what you guys are talking about now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see it.
So the 2 failures cancel out your 2 successes, and then you have
Alright.
the threat and advantage to cancel. So you have 3 advantage and a triumph.
Yeah.
So the you don't shut the fans down, but you slowed them enough that it'd be an easier check to get past them. And then what would you like to do with your advantage?
For my triumph, you mean?
Well, that would be your triumph.
What were you trying to
Would
do?
be able to shut the fans
Turn
down in the
off the
ventilation
fans.
shaft.
Shut up, man.
Could the triumph be that he discovers what style of self-destruct, whether it's like cause explosives that are going to cause a cave-in, or like incinerate the whole damn place, or just blow up the computers? I mean, like what we're up against, basically.
Yeah, we can do that.
I was gonna say that since with the place being so old and kind of decrepit, which isn't kind of what it is, and being that it's on this planet, that my triumph was the failsafe just goes off, just shuts off completely. Like, oh, it went off, and we're still here.
No, we'll go. If you were trying to, it's going to be a lot harder to just disarm the failsafe. Since you're trying to do something else, you could find out what it is. Basically, Basically, the island's going to wash away from underneath, and the building's going to kind of collapse on itself into the lake.
Okay.
Well, hell, we can try and swim. If you don't get caught underneath all this stuff.
Slick, how durable are you?
He went to feed his child.
Oh, damn. Oh. I nominate that we have the droid. We all extract and we allow the droid to get the information, and then if it does sink, then he can just walk out eventually.
I like that idea. Let us go. Tell the droid. We shall begin our ascent. Or take this sled.
It's not going to be an instantaneous self-destruct. There's a timer, just like in any...
Well, then he might be able to run out on his own. But there's no reason for all four of us to be in here when it goes off. I mean, and he's the speed demon, so we can leave him with the speed cart that he wants to wreck. And,
So we just tell them when we get outside the facility and get away to say, okay, go ahead, get the information, get back to us as soon as you can. Is that what you're thinking?
basically, yeah. Because if it sinks, as long as he doesn't get crushed under something, he can make it out anyway. I think. Well, his circuitry may be
No,
damaged by water. I don't know, but it wasn't before, so. I don't know. Other than that, I mean, he's a tin can. He's the most expendable of us. We can always make it S1 2K.
So anyway, we need to do something. We don't know how long it's going to be gone.
All right. Well, you're the leader.
Or should we?
Doc, what do
Okay,
you think?
I have an idea. Why don't we take a 10-minute break to use the restroom or do whatever else while he's feeding his child, and then come back and hopefully he'll be done, and we can hopefully, get to the end, and we'll hopefully be somewhat successful. How does that sound?
Well, hell, you know what? Let's just grab this data and get the hell out of here. And Kyril will just say screw it, and he starts trying to get the data. He wants to win this race, so.
If he starts doing that, I'm starting to run now.
So you're going to crawl up the ventilation shaft or just take the sled up the tunnel?
I say we take the vehicle.
Sure. We'll take the vehicle.
Alright, so you
Let's
guys are going to
go
get on the
then.
sled and wait for him to get the data?
Well, yeah.
I guess. No. I don't think anyone
All
did.
right.
Because didn't one sled crash and the other one was fine?
The one that Kyril was running was one kind of running out. Or
If it doesn't start,
I
then
straightened it up a little bit.
I mean, if it needs a mechanics check while he's doing that, I'll do that. That's fine.
All right.
Okay.
Yes, if you could please check the vehicle.
What difficulty is that? 2?
2. That'll work. Let's see. God, I haven't looked at mechanics in a while. Success for strain, or is it like I can't remember now.
I don't remember.
I've never used anything to repair my system strain before on any of my techs. They're using a whole lot of.
I think it's the same as when you like a medicine check. I think it's
That's what I was
success
wondering
is-
too, if it's for wound threshold and then advantage for
persistent strain.
strain. So yeah, we'll say you repair a strain on it. I'm pretty sure advantage is strain, but it's been a long time since I've had to look at that.
Okay. So I get it a little bit better off and ready to go.
All right, so you're gonna grab the data.
Yes.
Yep.
Good.
All right,
Let us
you've
depart.
activated the fail-safe, and you've got, from what you can tell, roughly 10 minutes to get off the island. It starts to shake. You hear a couple small explosions as soon as you extract the data.
As soon as we extract the data, we head to the sled and start it off. Go.
As soon as they get on, I'm taking off.
Up the ramp, 1 difficulty.
2 successes.
All right. This turn was the one with the stalagmites and stuff. That was 2 with 2 setback.
And what's the last part? Or the next
The last
part?
one was 3, I believe.
3.
Yeah, 3.
Straight 3.
Was the sharp turn, banking turn, and there's some like stalagmites and stuff kind of sticking off the side of the tunnel.
Just a threat.
All right. So you kind of bump into one of them. No.
Ah!
Takes a. Doesn't have any defense, so the sled takes a damage. You kind of hit it and kind of bend in the like the cargo area a little bit, probably scaring the doctor quite a bit more.
Ah! Oh! Ow!
As Trolodric says, if you guys hadn't blown up the first sled, we'd have 2 of them right now.
Yes.
In fact, that's what you hit. You hit, instead of hitting the wall, you hit the other sled.
No.
Boom! See that I couldn't predict because of you guys. Not hitting the walls. And then the last one is difficulty 3.
Difficulty 3, yeah.
And spend a destiny point to upgrade my check this time. Woohoo! Success.
And you make it across around the sharp turn. It's like a hairpin turn. Back up to the platform. You run across the platform. There's some of those bats kind of swooping down at everybody.
Oh! Oh! Not this
Um,
again! Oh! Back away!
Back up the stairs into the main level. You start to exit back towards that long bridge. You come into the offices, the 5 floors of offices, and navigate your way around the hole. And as everybody's making their way across the bridge, you just barely get to shore before the island kind of sinks into the lake and disappears. Random's been keeping tabs on you this whole time, worrying about his more so the data than his employees. And he has a there's actually been a team dispatched to the area to pick you guys up and bring you back with the doctor, her assistant, and the data.
We need to get our ship.
The pilot says, "Oh, that's not a problem. Just give me the coordinates. We'll take you there, and you can meet us back at the hangar bay, and you can meet with Mr. Teeve to collect your reward."
So have Kirill give him he probably has the coordinates of where they drove. As I've heard, they flew.
So they bring you over to the clearing where the Iron Maiden is residing, and drop you off at the ship.
What relief! To depart this bog.
Guys fly back to
While we're on
the
the ship.
city.
Where's the mechanical man? Did he come with us?
Yeah, he came.
I locked
He
him in the
followed
closet.
you guys.
Oh, he needs a rest.
A long one.
And you fly back to Karstiku and meet with TC-22, his protocol droid. He says,
Yes, here is your information. Give us our money.
Master Ranum is very pleased. This is why he enjoys doing business with your crew. Always good results.
Unless you're an island.
Here is Here is 500 or 2,000 credits for your crew for completion of the job. An extra 1,000 for the return of Dr. Ten. 500 for the return of her assistant Tora Nin. The looks like all the debt is here, so you will get the full 2,000 payment. We won't have to deduct anything. And he would appreciate it if you would finish your run and return and deliver those spices to the Inner Rim.
Oh, that would be simple.
All right.
And that is the module. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm definitely gonna think I have to make some changes to these in the future.
It was good.